Makin.
Makin. Mak.
Mak. Action.
Budak JB, seh.
Anak Merdeka is probably the largest television series that has been ever attempted in Malaysia. The fact that the series spans 6 decades following this family. So the scale is such that we have had to create the period for each of the different decades. Just that in alone has been a larger scale than most productions have been in this country.
The story came out of this big brief that we had was tell a story based on the journey of Malaysia from independence right up to where we are now, the 21st century. And when we looked at the history of Malaysia, we did a lot of research on the history of Malaysia, it was a very big story to tell. What we thought we would do is tell a story from the perspectives of 3 characters.
TV siri ini mempunyai 5 pengarah terkenal yang berlainan bangsa untuk 6 episod. Pemilihan pengarah-pengarah ini bukan hanya sekadar atas reputasi mereka dalam industri, tetapi kerana kami rasakan mereka mempunyai style, mempunyai keistimewaan dan kekuatan masing-masing.
Apabila saya diminta untuk bermesyuarat dengan seorang eksekutif daripada Angsana Production, saya anggap itu sebagai salah satu daripada audition lah kan. To my surprise, saya terpilih. Kalau zaman dulu orang kata itu menang loteri lah.
This project by Angsana is sort of lifting the industry in a different direction. A lot more production values are going into this show, and the subject matter itself is extremely challenging. It touches a lot on different aspects of history, which is something I always like. I actually put myself forward and I said, hello, call me. You know, I'm pretty good. You know, I can be part of those 6 directors. And so I met the producer's Mike. Obviously, I had to show him what I've done. He liked it. He offered me 2 episodes, which I really enjoyed doing. Both are very challenging.
Actually, I'm very keen on this project because of one of the reasons is this is a national project. I was quite excited also because I'm that kind of person, very patriotic.
Bila saya dijemput untuk menjadi salah seorang pengarah untuk projek ni, pada mulanya saya agak terkejut. Lepas tu diorang tak bagi tahu saya banyak sangat tentang projek ni. Yang saya tahu dia sempena Merdeka. Bila diorang cakap siapa pengarah-pengarah lain yang terbabit, saya pun rasa macam rasa agak honoured jugalah.
So I was very proud when I was called because I think it is a landmark project. It's a landmark TV series. Dari situ saya memang percaya, okay, I must take this as a good challenge. It's an opportunity to showcase my skills as a storyteller, tetapi dalam golongan pengarah dan pencerita yang terdapat dalam siri ini.
Pihak penerbit telah membuat keputusan untuk menggunakan khidmat 4 pengarah fotografi tempatan, iaitu Filuz Ghazali, Zamri Haras, Wan Chun Hong dan Haris Abdullah, kerana mereka mempunyai pengalaman sinematografi yang tinggi dalam drama TV dan juga kerana mereka mempunyai pengalaman dalam sinematografi filem. Tujuannya kenapa kami mengambil DOP sebegini kerana kami mahu projek ni menaikkan standard daripada segi kualiti, daripada segi production value untuk sebuah TV. Seiring dengan yang kita lihat dengan drama TV antarabangsa. Jadi itu yang kami mahukan.
Nak pergi mana nak jemput?
When we first started developing Anak Merdeka, we asked ourselves, what is the objective of this story? And we brought together writers and documentarians and filmmakers and photographers, and we explored the story of Malaysia from different perspectives. And the objective was, what kind of story can we tell that our mothers would like to watch? You know, we kept asking ourselves, would our families resonate with this story as these characters move across so many decades? You know, would my mother watch this story and recognize herself in the 1980s? Were we going to have an intergenerational story that audiences can experience in completely different ways?
Tak bosan Jom, kita tengok ni.
Penulis skripnya ialah Mira Mustafa yang saya memang admire skrip dia yang lepas-lepas. Dan alhamdulillah daripada skrip ni Mira dan juga tim-tim skrip ni telah memberikan satu benda yang fresh bagi saya.
Okey, ambil ni ke?
Apa benda ni Kak Nah?
Kau kan kutip demo untuk Merdeka.
So at the start of the story, we had 3 children whose families were struggling. And these 3 children found each other. And from that journey, they overcame so much because of their friendship.
Look, this is my friend.
And action!
Devi is very sheltered sebab ibu bapa dia sangat takut untuk lepaskan dia to explore the world. So she's a very sheltered young girl, but she's always very curious. So semakin membesar, Devi like, apa ada di luar funfair ni? I want to explore the world. And she has a coach who discovers her talent in running.
Marbudam. Again.
My character is inspired by Dato' M. Rajamani.
She was a very famous athlete back in the 70s.
Now I'm 46, but still handsome.
Boon 是一个很普通的人，就是在我们的朋友圈里面，你就是用手绕一下，就可能有一堆 Boon 在里面，他们的性格都很普通，就像一个普通人。然后他这个人物，他没有去有什么宏望，还是有什么安排，让他自己的生活上要去到要做到什么东西是他的成功的一些目标，所有的东西都 come to him， 都去到他身上。
你应该要交女朋友了，谈恋爱。你有喜欢的人吗？
没有。
Saleh adalah seorang yang independen. Dia membesar tanpa seorang ayah. Karakter Saleh ni pula dia adalah seorang yang positif, optimis, and dia selalu buat benda, dia tak pernah fikir pun pasal diri dia sebenarnya. Apa yang dia buat adalah everything is about kawan-kawan dia. Apa yang dia buat selalu moving forward punya karakter lah. Apa yang berlaku pada Malaysia pada ketika itu daripada zaman kita maju, mundur, secara tak langsung the character berjalan selari dengan situasi pada ketika itu.
Ada VCR lain dalam dunia yang ada kapasiti untuk auto tracking pada harga serendah Johan. Kalau tuan-tuan ambil peluang ini, kita tidak perlu bersaing dengan Hitachi, JVC, Sony mahupun Panasonic, tapi diorang yang akan terpaksa bersaing dengan kita.
We were so fortunate to find these 3 actors who physically started, being these characters and really sort of committed to really changing as characters in every episode. And you fall in love with them.
Ni tempat orang datang nak mati ke apa?
Every director had its own interpretation of these characters and who they are. You not only have the actors interpreting your story, you then have the directors interpreting the era of that series.
Cabarannya ialah more to the art department, production design department yang memerlukan lokasi, suasana, prop yang berkaitan dengan zaman itu.
Makeup dengan wardrobe department amat penting untuk TV siri ini. Jika artis itu bertanggungjawab untuk menghidupkan watak mereka, wardrobe dengan makeup department bertanggungjawab untuk membantu transformasi tersebut. Kita ada watak-watak utama yang perlu melalui transformasi daripada usia remaja tahun 60-an sehinggalah melalui proses penuaan menjadi orang tua pada tahun 2000.
Balik-balik cerita sama je.
What's interesting about Anak Merdeka is post-production is actually involved since pre-production. We basically have meetings with the producers, the directors and everything. And when we gotten the script, we actually think of the possibilities, what can be done in post-production. It's a period piece and then it needs a lot of detail to it. So during the shoot, we are also actually editing. From there, we get to actually check whether there's problems, whether there's issues. So that's where we actually would share this information and then, what things to avoid and stuff like that.
As a part of the scale of this project, of course, is that our 6th episode entails a flood, and we were lucky that we were filming at Pinewood Studios, and Pinewood Studios have one of the biggest water tanks in the Southern Hemisphere. And with the tank and the help of visual effects, I think what the audience will see is something they probably haven't seen here before in terms of the scale of the production.
Anak, engkau merdeka. Aku sekarang dah tertype hashtag Anak Merdeka dah, tahu tak?
This experience has been extraordinarily humbling for me because I fell in love with my country by working on this story. I started to think about what is beautiful about us.
So, this is not just a cerita kosong, bukan sekadar cerita kosong. Cerita ini berdasarkan daripada kisah benar. Kalau anak-anak muda sekarang dia tak tahu, tak ada orang yang sampaikan, dia orang akan lupa. So, this is my contribution. Another reason kenapa saya suka untuk melakonkan cerita ni.
我们面对的点点滴滴，然后我们每一个人面对的所有的挑战，我们每个人陪着国家一起去挑战，国家带着我们去面对所有这些挑战，怎么让我们人民变成了一个很坚强的人类，在这个国家里面，直到今天，我们拥有这么好的一个环境的一个国家，这部电视剧，它就是带给我们所有这些 message， 还有带给我们所有这些回忆，所有的痛苦、甜蜜、欢乐、悲欢离合，全都是在这个电视剧里面。所以，想要了解更多的话，我觉得我在这里我说不完，大家一定要观看这部电视剧。
I hope when people see this, they don't just see, oh, Boon, Saleh, Devi, Chinese, Indian, Malay. Even though they have different religions, but they're always taking care of one another. They're always there for one another, regardless of walaupun banjir melanda, walaupun isu perbalahan perkawinan Belanda. I harap semua orang akan nampak bahawa ni semua manusia first and foremost. And they come together and they take care of one another.